Welcome to the Old Coins Explorer. Imagine owning a tiny coin worth more than luxury cars, more than gold, more than entire houses. These rare U.S. coins, hidden in pockets, drawers, and forgotten places, carry value so explosive they can turn an ordinary person into a millionaire overnight. One flawless, rare error coin from these years has the power to flip your destiny instantly. Don't blink. Your fortune might be hiding in your hands. First up, imagine holding a small silver-colored quarter that looks just like every other coin in your pocket, yet inside it hides a secret powerful enough to rewrite your destiny overnight. The 1980 Washington quarter, an ordinary-looking piece of metal minted over 4 decades ago, has suddenly become a symbol of unimaginable wealth because certain rare surviving pieces from that year display mistakes, anomalies, and ultra-premium conditions that collectors chase like treasure hunters. People who once ignored this coin and their change now search for it like it's a lost golden ticket, because the right 1980 quarter can rise into the world of millionaire-level valuations. It's shocking how such a common coin can turn into something priceless when nature, machines, and history align in the strangest ways. The reason some 1980 Washington quarters have the power to shake the collector market is not only because of their age, but because of the tiny microscopic differences that escape the mint's quality control. These errors and variations, like off-center strikes, double inscriptions, weak strikes, or rare mint conditions, make collectors lose their minds. Every rare flaw acts like a fingerprint no other coin can replicate. And when a collector discovers a flawless, untouched, high-grade 1980 quarter preserved for decades like a sleeping dragon, the price can jump from cents to millions, making even seasoned experts whisper in disbelief. That's the magic hidden in the unexpected. What makes this year shocking is that the mint was producing massive numbers of quarters for circulation, so no one imagined future premium value. The workers, machines, and systems focus on speed rather than perfection. Because of this, rare minting mistakes were born, some barely visible, some dramatic, some so unusual that collectors today treat them like historical accidents worth fortunes. Every time you see a 1980 quarter, you're looking at a piece of chaos, luck, and industrial imperfection that might just contain the blueprint for life-changing wealth. Collectors call the highest-grade 1980 quarter the ghost millionaire because it appears randomly, unexpectedly, and without warning. Imagine a coin that was never scratched, never used, never thrown in a drawer, never dropped, just preserved somewhere untouched for decades. These time capsule pieces, especially in top professional grades, can soar into the stratosphere of value. People pay shocking amounts for pristine surfaces, strong strikes, sharp details in Washington's hair, and mirror-like luster. In the world of coins, perfection is rarer than diamonds, and when perfection comes from 1980, it becomes something legendary. Some collectors don't just see the 1980 Washington quarter as a coin. They see it as a frozen moment from the past. The year 1980 represents the beginning of a new decade full of economic turbulence, political shifts, and cultural transformation. While the world was changing, millions of coins flowed through the mint's machines, their copper-nickel surfaces carrying stories of that era. The very metal of the 1980 quarter whispers of inflation, rising technology, and the shifting American spirit. A rare surviving specimen isn't just valuable because of errors. Its value is magnified by the emotional weight of the time it represents. There are rumors among collectors of extremely rare 1980 quarters with bizarre misstrikes, coins lacking details, coins with distorted rims, coins missing pieces, and coins showing double text as if struck by lightning twice. These oddities create a sense of mystery and superstition around the 1980 issue. People have found them in random pocket change after decades, and when graded, their prices exploded so high that the stories became legends. This is why collectors examine every inch of the coin, even the smallest crack, because a tiny flaw could be worth a home, a car, or a complete lifestyle upgrade. The most valuable versions of this coin are those in miracle condition, meaning the coin has no signs of human touch, no fingerprints, no scratches, no dullness. When these miracle survivors combine with ultra-rare minting defects, the result becomes a masterpiece that auction houses fight over, rich collectors chase, and investors watch like hawks. Some of these coins have crossed the psychological barrier of being valued in the millions, sending shockwaves throughout the collector community. This is where the fantasy becomes reality. one small coin transforming someone's life forever. What collectors love most about the 1980 quarter is its unpredictability. You could be sitting with one in your home, unaware that it's worth a fortune. The dramatic rise of coin collecting in modern times has turned simple metal discs into high-value assets. And the 1980 Washington quarter, because of its age, its circulation history, its rare mistakes, and its unexpected survival in top condition, has gained a reputation for making regular people rich overnight. This coin has broken expectations, broken market rules, and broken the limit of what an ordinary quarter can be. So if you ever come across a 1980 Washington quarter, don't treat it casually or spend it without checking. It may be the key to unimaginable fortune, a hidden millionaire maker disguised as pocket change. People have found wealth in the most unexpected coins, and this one is among the greatest examples of a simple, everyday object turning into a gateway to prosperity. The 1980 quarter proves that fortune favors the observant, the curious, and the ones who understand that powerful stories often hide in the smallest things. That is why this coin continues to shock the world with its rare ability to change someone's life overnight. Next up, imagine a single quarter from 1970. Lightweight, silver shining, totally ordinary to the untrained eye, yet secretly powerful enough to flip someone's destiny upside down in one night. This United States Washington quarter, minted during an era of economic tension and heavy circulation, is now surrounded by stories of unimaginable wealth, because a few rare survivors hold the kind of value that turns people into millionaires without warning. The shocking part? These powerful coins hide in random drawers, old jars, forgotten pockets, or inherited collections. One glance at the right 1970 quarter can mean the difference between struggling for years and suddenly stepping into the world of wealth, luxury, and freedom. The reason the 1970 Washington quarter is treated like a treasure chest disguised as currency is because certain pieces from that year escaped the mint with extraordinary errors, striking mistakes, double details, off-center impressions, and even misprinted layers that collectors pay crazy amounts for. These aren't simple flaws. They are once-in-history accidents that transform an ordinary coin into a legendary masterpiece. When one of these rare 1,970 pieces shows up, it doesn't just make waves, it makes storms. The right error combined with the perfect preserved condition has the power to send the value into the million-dollar zone, melting collectors' logic and pushing auction prices into the sky. In 1970, the U.S. Mint was pushing out large quantities of quarters to meet national demand. The machines were running fast, long hours, and under intense production pressure. When speed becomes a priority, perfection becomes a sacrifice. And that sacrifice created a handful of rare coins with unique traits that even the mint workers themselves did not notice. These hidden accidents became the golden seeds of future fortune. Decades later, collectors consider the 1970 quarter a time bomb coin, meaning it looks silent and ordinary until someone discovers explosive value inside it. What makes this coin absolutely electrifying is a combination of three forces: history, error, and immaculate condition. When a 1970 quarter shows no scratches, no dullness, no wear on Washington's hair, no fading on the eagle's wings, it becomes a certified miracle. And when that miracle is combined with dramatic mint mistake, like misalignment, double inscriptions, or strange metal patterns, it becomes priceless. People have seen these coins jump from the world of spare change to the world of million-dollar collectibles. The whispers in the coin community say, if you find the right 1970 quarter, your life is no longer the same. The 1970s themselves were a turbulent chapter of American history: war, inflation, cultural change, and shifting national identity. The quarter minted during this era carries that energy. The metal feels like the echo of a nation struggling yet evolving, and collectors love that emotional layer. They don't just buy the coin, they buy the story wrapped around it. When a rare 1970 quarter resurfaces, it feels like a message from a past generation, preserved perfectly through time, waiting for the right person to unlock its hidden power. Rumors spread in collector circles about bizarre 1970 quarters found in pocket change after decades, coins with shocking misprints that looked impossible, half-missing designs, ghost-like text, double dates, or dramatic off-center strikes that make the coin look like it was hit by a thunderbolt rather than a mint machine. These rare pieces are so unusual that they become the center of bidding wars. People have witnessed ordinary individuals bring a strange 1970 quarter to an auction and walk out with life-changing amounts of money. Stories like these fuel the legend of the coin and keep collectors searching endlessly. The highest value 1970 quarters are the ones preserved in frozen condition, coins that somehow pass through 55 years without a single human fingerprint damaging their shine. These untouched pieces shimmer like trapped starlight, and when they carry rare minting errors, their worth multiplies into unbelievable numbers. Auction houses treat them like royalty, investors chase them like magic stones, and collectors battle fiercely for ownership. The $1 million zone isn't just a possibility. It's a reality for the perfect combination of rarity and condition. What makes the 1970 quarter even more dangerous, in a good way, is its unpredictability. You might have one lying somewhere without knowing its value. People have found them in old glass jars, inherited boxes, or mixed with everyday pocket coins. Some of these discoveries change lives instantly. The coin world loves surprises, and this quarter delivers some of the biggest shocks ever recorded. Its mysterious power lies in the fact that it was never meant to be special, yet destiny decided otherwise. So, if you ever come across a 1970 Washington quarter, never treat it like ordinary change. Study it, protect it, and respect it. Because somewhere out there, hidden among millions of ordinary pieces, are a few extraordinary quarters worth enough to transform your fortune overnight. This coin has become a symbol of unexpected prosperity, a reminder that sometimes the smallest objects carry the biggest miracles. And if destiny places the right 1970 quarter in your hands, it might just be the key that unlocks a future beyond your wildest imagination. Next up, imagine holding a small 1985 Washington quarter. Light, cold, and simple, yet secretly capable of flipping your destiny within a single night. This coin, minted during a time when the U.S. economy was shifting and modernizing, has become one of the most shocking millionaire makers in the world of rare numismatics. The unbelievable truth is that certain ultra-rare survivors from 1985 hold valuations so high that collectors whisper about them like forbidden treasure. One rare piece, preserved in perfect condition with explosive minting errors, has the ability to transform an ordinary life into a story of elite-level luxury. It's unbelievable, yet true. This quarter hides a kind of power that can rewrite someone's fortune without warning. The 1985 quarter wasn't expected to become famous. It was minted in massive numbers, used in shops, toll booths, vending machines, everywhere. No one imagined that decades later, certain versions would be worth more than cars, houses, or even entire businesses. But the magic happened because a few of these coins escaped the mint with extraordinary flaws. Double strikes, ghost impressions, missing details, metal layer issues, and rare alignment errors. These aren't ordinary mistakes. These are golden accidents created by a combination of speed, pressure, and machine chaos. And when flaws this rare appear on a coin that survived untouched for decades, that's when its value shoots into the $1 million zone. 1985 was a year when the mint was racing against national demand. Machines were pushed hard, workers were focused on speed, and millions of coins flowed to the system every hour. With such intense production, perfection became impossible. This led to a tiny number of 1,985 quarters with mistakes so rare that collectors consider them one in a generation. These coins almost never surface, and when they do, they shock even experienced experts. The idea of a small quarter from 1985 suddenly being worth millions feels unreal, but that's exactly why it has become one of the most talked about modern treasures. Collectors don't just want the 1985 quarter, they crave it, but not any piece. They search for those rare survivors with perfect surfaces, razor-sharp details, and that untouched glow that seems frozen in time. A flawless 1985 quarter looks like it never traveled through a single hand. When such perfection is combined with an error, it becomes unstoppable in the collector market. Auction houses fight over it. Wealthy collectors bid like warriors. Prices reach the kind of zones that cause jaw-dropping disbelief. The right 1985 quarter can turn into a lightning bolt of wealth, striking so fast it leaves a person breathless. What makes the 1985 quarter even more fascinating is the emotional weight of its era. Mid-'80s America was a period of innovation, rise of technology, and shifting cultural identity. The quarter minted during that time carries the energy of a nation transforming. People see it as more than metal. They see it as a moment captured forever. That historical flavor mixed with extreme rarity creates a coin that feels alive, powerful, and loaded with meaning. Collectors want not just a value, but the story behind the value, the era locked inside the metal. There have been unbelievable discoveries of 1985 quarters found accidentally in old collections, forgotten boxes, and random pocket change. Some have bizarre misprints, double-blown dates, ghost-like inscriptions, off-center strikes that make the coin look like it slipped out of reality while being minted. These unusual pieces have turned regular people into overnight millionaires. Stories of these discoveries spread like wildfire across the coin community, fueling the legend of the 1985 quarter. Every time someone finds a strange 1985 piece, hope spreads again. Maybe the next one is worth millions. The highest grade 1985 quarters are called miracle survivors. These are the coins that somehow escaped damage for 40 years. No scratches, no dullness, no pocket wear. They look like they were born yesterday, even though they've lived through decades of history. A miracle survivor with a dramatic error becomes a collector's dream and an investor's golden weapon. Prices explode. Auctions go wild. People stare in disbelief as a simple quarter reaches the kind of numbers no one ever expected from modern coins. What makes the 1985 quarter dangerous, in the best possible way, is how unpredictable it is. Anyone could have one without realizing. It could be sitting in your drawer, your old wallet, your coin box, or among your childhood savings. The idea that a tiny metal disc could hold the key to extreme wealth creates a thrill that no other modern coin carries. People check every 1985 quarter they find because they know the truth. This coin has already changed multiple lives, and it might change yours too. So, Sacagawea. If you ever come across a 1985 Washington quarter, don't treat it as spare change. Respect it, study it, protect it, because one rare piece from this year has the power to elevate your life to heights you never imagined. This coin has become a symbol of unexpected fortune, a reminder that miracles don't always arrive in huge sizes. Sometimes they arrive in the shape of a small, shining quarter that carries inside it the energy to turn an ordinary person into a millionaire overnight. The 1985 quarter proves one thing. Destiny sometimes hides in the smallest details, waiting for the right moment to reveal its power. Next up, imagine holding a simple 1986 Washington quarter in your hand, small, cold, and shining with quiet innocence, while not knowing that this tiny piece of metal could hold the power to change your destiny overnight. The rarest surviving versions of the 1986 quarter carry a value so shocking, so unbelievably high, that collectors talk about them like secret treasure hidden in plain sight. These extraordinary pieces, minted in an era of rapid economic and technological transition, have turned into millionaire makers because of their microscopic details, errors, and untouched perfection. One single rare 1986 quarter has the power to lift someone from ordinary life to unimaginable wealth in a matter of seconds. This coin wasn't created to be rare. It was meant for daily use, shops, buses, vending machines, parking meters. But fate works in mysterious ways. During the minting process, a handful of 1986 quarters received unusual strikes, dramatic misprints, doubled words, or off-center images that escaped unnoticed. These rare mistakes, born from machine pressure, misalignment, or metal tension, are the reason the 1986 quarter has become a legend in the coin world. When one of these rare error coins appears in top condition, collectors don't just want it. They chase it with obsession, willing to pay amounts that can shake the entire market. In 1986, the U.S. Mint was operating at high speed, trying to meet national demand as the economy evolved. This rush created the perfect storm for minting errors. Most of these flawed coins were used, damaged, and lost in circulation, but microscopic numbers survived without being touched or harmed. Those survivors, preserved with their errors intact, have become some of the most valuable Washington quarters ever created. Their value doesn't come from metal. It comes from rarity, destiny, and the unpredictable nature of minting chaos. Collectors treat the highest grade 1986 quarters like diamonds disguised as change. A flawless piece from this year, A coin with sharp edges, mirror-like shine, untouched surfaces, and the original mint brilliance can break price expectations instantly. And when such perfection combines with a rare mint error, the value skyrockets beyond imagination. These coins are considered modern miracles, pieces that look like they were captured by time and protected for decades. Auction houses treat them as crown jewels, and buyers compete with intensity because they know these rare 1986 quarters can reach valuation levels normal people only dream about. The emotional power of this coin comes from its connection to 1986, a year filled with dramatic global events, shifting technology, and cultural transformation across America. This quarter carries the energy of that era, a reminder of a changing world. When collectors hold a rare 1986 quarter, they aren't just holding metal. They're holding a fragment of history frozen in time. That emotional connection, combined with extreme rarity, creates a coin that feels alive with meaning. The value becomes more than money. It becomes legacy, storytelling, and identity. Some of the most shocking discoveries have come from ordinary people finding strange 1986 quarters in random places. Old jars, forgotten wallets, inherited boxes, or mixed pocket change. These coins reveal double-struck dates, ghost-like letters, silver-like textures, off-center designs, or cracks that form during the minting process. These unusual features transform them into million-level collectibles, leaving owners stunned. Stories spread across the collector world about how a random 1986 quarter suddenly sold for insane prices, fueling people's excitement to check every coin they come across. The true crown jewels of the 1986 quarter series are the perfect survivors, coins that traveled through nearly 4 decades without a scratch, without a fingerprint, without a sign of human touch. They shine like frozen moonlight. Their details are so sharp that even Washington's hair strands look fresh. When this kind of perfection meets a rare minting flaw, the result is an explosive price jump. The combination of beauty, condition, and error creates a masterpiece that collectors describe as wealth trapped inside metal. These are the coins that break records and generate millionaire stories. What makes the 1986 quarter so thrilling is that anyone could unknowingly be holding one. It doesn't require luck from another world. It requires awareness, observation, and the courage to check every detail. The unpredictability of this coin is its greatest power. You could be sitting on a fortune without realizing it, and that possibility turns a 1986 quarter into a symbol of hidden opportunity, a spark of hope that wealth can appear in the most unexpected places. So, Sacagawea, if you ever find a 1986 Washington quarter, never ignore it. Never spend it without checking. This simple-looking coin might carry the kind of rare value that can lift your life to unbelievable heights. It has already changed lives. It has already shocked experts. It continues to stun the market every time a new rare piece appears. The 1986 quarter is living proof that fortune doesn't always come in grand forms. Sometimes it arrives silently, in the shape of a small shining coin waiting for the right person to discover its true power. Next up, picture yourself holding a simple 1984 Washington quarter between your fingers. Nothing more than a small metal disc to most people, but potentially a life-changing force disguised in silence. This single coin, minted in the year when America was reshaping its identity, has become one of the most surprising millionaire makers in modern coin history. Certain rare versions of the 1984 quarter carry values that explode into the million-dollar range, shocking collectors and shaking the market with their unimaginable worth. A flawless, untouched, and error-marked 1984 quarter can flip your destiny in one night. It is the kind of coin that hides fortune inside its shine, waiting for the right eyes to recognize its true power. The 1984 quarter was never expected to become rare. It was created for everyday use: pockets, grocery stores, cash boxes, soda machines. But destiny had a different plan. During the minting process, a handful of these coins received unusual errors: double words, ghost-like shadows, off-center designs, metal layer defects, or strange impressions that slipped through unnoticed. These rare mistakes didn't just add value. They created a legend. Today, these unique error pieces stand at the top of collector world, with prices so high they feel unreal. A rare 1984 quarter in perfect condition can take a person from ordinary life to billionaire-level wealth overnight. 1984 was a year of intense production for the U.S. Mint. Machines were running fast, long hours, and under heavy pressure to meet increasing coin demand. When machines push limits, perfection breaks. And perfection breaking is exactly how rare treasures are born. The minting chaos of 1984 created a microscopic number of extraordinary errors, and most of them disappeared in circulation. But the few that survived untouched became priceless modern relics. These coins are now treated like lost miracles from a different dimension. Collectors worldwide search for one thing: a pristine 1984 quarter with a dramatic error. A coin so sharp, clean, and untouched that it still carries the original mint glow from 4 decades ago. Combine that perfection with a fatal mint mistake, the price skyrockets instantly. The coin becomes a miracle survivor, something that shouldn't even exist in such flawless shape. Auction houses treat these pieces like stolen treasure rescue from time. Wealthy collectors don't bargain, they battle, because they know that once a rare 1984 quarter appears, it may never appear again. A large part of the 1984 quarter's emotional power comes from the era it represents. This was a time when America was shifting, technology rising fast, culture transforming, industries evolving. This coin carries that transformation in its metal. Collectors are not just buying a quarter. They are buying a story, a slice of 1984 frozen forever. The coin becomes a connection between past and present, between history and destiny. And when that emotional connection meets extreme rarity, prices explode into levels unimaginable for a simple 25-cent piece. Some of the most shocking discoveries of 1984 quarters have come from the most unexpected places: old jars, forgotten wallets, inherited boxes, garage drawers, car cup holders, or random pocket change. People have found bizarre misprints: double dates, missing letters, half-struck eagles, ghost-like outlines, deep cracks caused during minting, and off-center strikes that look like lightning sliced through the coin. These strange features transformed regular quarters into million-dollar treasures. Stories of these unbelievable finds spread like wildfire, pushing everyone to check every 1984 quarter they come across. The true rulers of the 1984 quarter world are the perfect survivors. These are the coins that somehow escaped scratches, fingerprints, dirt, and years of circulation. They look untouched, as at the moment they left the mint, time wrapped them in protection. Their shine is stunning. Their details are razor-sharp. And when one of these perfect survivors carries a rare minting flaw, the value becomes unstoppable. These coins don't just break price records. They smash them. They're the kind of collectibles that investors describe as wealth sealed inside metal. What makes the 1984 quarter unbelievably thrilling is its unpredictability. Anyone might be holding one right now without knowing it. It might be hiding silently in a pile of old change, waiting for someone to discover its true identity. This coin represents the most exciting kind of hope, the possibility that unimaginable wealth can be hiding in the smallest object, in the most unexpected place. And that mystery is the fuel that keeps collectors hunting for these rare treasures day and night. So, Sacagawea, if destiny ever places a 1984 Washington quarter in your hand, don't ever ignore it or spend it blindly. Study it, protect it, and respect it. Because one rare piece from this year can rewrite your entire future in a heartbeat. The 1984 quarter has already changed lives, shocked experts, and shaken the collector market with its explosive value. It stands as a symbol of hidden fortune, proof that sometimes the path to overnight wealth is disguised in the form of a small, shining coin, waiting patiently to reveal its true power to the right person.